business manager was like, hey, we can get free money from the government. And then he was like,
Well,
oh,
that's
actually,
when
we have to give it back.
That's when your business manager wasn't free. It never was free.
Okay.
He's a white guy, right? That
You
would
are
have been
a
Kanye.
racist. You are a
If that would have been
racist.
Ye would have said, we can get this money that we gonna have to pay back. In the meantime, this is what we can do with the money. Take this 80 and we can turn it to 240. So when we get back to 80, we still up 160.
Meanwhile, Ye
That's what
turned
Ye
his like
would've did.
$1.5 billion net worth into like $200 million net worth,
Right.
losing all of his massive
How do you
deals.
feel about Kanye
Do you
surrounding
really believe
himself?
that?
Yeah, of course.
He's close. He's
Do you
former
really
confidant
believe
of Nick
all
Fuentes.
he was worth is $200 million?
Right now, I don't
You
know
know
what
what
he's
that
worth.
man's
I
catalog
thought,
is?
my understanding is that losing
Do you
that
know what
Adidas
his
deal
catalog
cost him like
does?
$1 billion.
I'm sure he makes a lot of money off
Come on,
music,
brother.
but
Sure
let's,
makes a lot of money in music,
are
but
you really trying to make the argument that he didn't take a huge L with the things that
wasn't
have
he
taken place in
begging?
his career?
He
I'm
was
gonna tell
begging
you
for
why.
money 5 years ago on Twitter. Remember, he was
Look,
begging
definitely
Zuckerberg. He was begging
Definitely
everybody.
wasn't.
He absolutely.
tell you
We
why
saw
he
the
didn't take a
tweets.
L.
They were public.
Because he did what he wanted to do.
Oh.
And I still haven't seen him in the motherfucking welfare line.
You know who else
He's
did what they
still
wanted
Ye.
to do? The Unabomber. A lot of people. It doesn't make
And
them
Hitler.
a success story. Hitler
are
did
all
what he
white
wanted to
people.
do and got a lot of people on board.
Those are all white people.
We could name some black people that did what they wanted to
The
do and it
Unabomber's
was
where?
unsuccessful as
Ain't
well.
he in Colorado?
He did.
Well, he was in Colorado, wasn't he?
I don't know.
He was in maximum security over there, right?
Yeah, he was in Colorado.
He ain't not in jail, bro. He's not a criminal.
Is that the bar for success? Not in the welfare line, not in jail for
he's not a
Kanye
criminal.
West.
You
No
saying
one
Ye's
said
a
he's
criminal?
no one said he's a criminal. No
So
one said that.
so you're mad at him because he's an innovator.
No, but he said he was mad at him because he's an innovator. Mad at him because he's crazy, and nobody around him is helping him
Where's
get help.
Listen.
Yeah,
Black people were crazy, right, for not giving up.
what?
Or were you guys crazy for categorizing us with the fucking cattle?
No one. This isn't about black people. It's
No,
about
this is.
Ye.
Yeah,
It's
we're
a
talking
black
about one
man.
specific
He's a
black
black
person.
man.
He happens to be
He's
black.
a black
It has
man.
nothing to do with him being
because
black.
it's people of your race that have done even crazier shit that you won't talk about. It's
What do
crazy.
you think we won't talk about?
You won't.
Like what?
Charles Manson, is he crazy?
Probably.
Probably.
Is
Come
that
on,
the guy
bro.
that I don't know?
Now
Is he
he's
the guy that did
probably-
the cake killings?
Yeah,
Bro,
he's
I'm
crazy.
34, okay?
Yeah, he's
the only
crazy.
reason I even know who
Charles
Manson is
Manson's
because of the
probably
fucking
crazy.
Tarantino
Get the
movie.
fuck
Once
out of
Upon a
here.
Time in Hollywood. Okay?
Cracker, no salt.
The difference is that white people uniformly would
Nah,
agree
we don't
that
wanna hear
Charles
that shit.
Manson is a psychopath
you
that
said,
deserves.
You just said Ye is crazy, but Charles Manson is probably
I
crazy.
know the shit that Ye said. I don't even know that much about Charles Manson.
did-
If
Ye
you want
say-
to equate Charles Manson and Kanye,
Listen,
I agree.
Anything that Ye said,
Yeah.
has it harmed or hurt anybody?
Probably,
The
yeah.
Jewish people would probably take issue with that
No,
statement.
listen, no, we talking like physically, financially. Listen, man, my first $1 million checks came from the Jewish community. I am a all lives matter guy. Let's get it fucked up.
Based.
No, all lives matter. That's how I rule for real shit.
I mean, it seems like a
I'ma
statement
tell-
of fact to
No, I'm
me.
gonna tell you why. Black lives isn't all lives,
Right.
right? And for me to say, yo, man, you got a child. I met your wife, right? And Alan Grunblacks and the people of the world that I know, their families, for me to say their lives don't matter and black lives come first. No, I think all lives matter. There was a football field and the first 20 yards was black kids and the next 20 yards was Asian kids and Caucasian kids and any so on and so forth. I'm going to move just as timid every inch of that field in every area. I'm not going to get to where the black kids are and be, cautious and then get to where the white kids are and just move full speed because all these lives matter.
I'm with you on that. Everybody matters.
So,
You
what
think
I'm
Black
saying-
Lives Matter is a divisive slogan? Do you not support that?
No, I think Black Lives Matter was an uprise of our people saying, look what you're doing to us.
Right.
Now, I combat a lot of that because for every 2 people out of the 10 that a racist white cop kills, right? And we march on and go burn shit down, right? The other 8 we've killed. So I'm waiting for the marches on Pookie who shot the fucking park up and killed the black dude and shot the innocent black kid. Where's the marches to get run Pookie ass out the neighborhood? He gets ghetto stardom from this shit.
Yeah, Destiny. What about Pookie?
Oh, this real
I'm more
shit.
of a Ray Ray fan personally, but
Right? You understand what I'm saying? You understand? So what do you agree with Black Lives or all lives?
I mean, I understand the purpose of Black Lives Matter.
What's the
right?
purpose?
The purpose was to highlight that it feels like there's a double standard for how we treat lives in the United States.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which I say I agree, but we kind of like, motherfucker, we treat our own lives. We doing it. Majority killings in L.A. County when it comes to black people. We talking about murders. Majority of them are done by black people.
But the argument would be that black on black crime is also symptomatic of a fucked up world that we live in.
I don't agree with
black
none of
people
that shit.
are not don't have the same opportunities as white
That's
people. Right?
cap. Now that I don't agree with.
Really? You think
I don't agree
you think
with
people should be able to pull themselves up by their bootstraps?
Exactly. See, when you come into a situation with the mind frame already, it's not gonna happen for me because they're gonna restrict me because I'm black, right? You're counting yourself out. Adam.
Did you know?
I went to prison at 16. Prison, Soledad, men's facility. Today, I have a GED that I got from Central Juvenile Hall. That's my education, is a GED.
Right.
You got book smarts, you got common sense, and you got your hustle. I have never said, right, all because of systematic racism, because of what happened, back in the days, I can't be successful. And the odds were against me because I fucked up from the beginning. Yes, I grew up in the ghetto, but ultimately, I made those decisions to do those things. It's a dude I know named Dion. Has a barbershop. I went to school with him, right? He grew up in the same area. He made the decisions not to do the things that I did, right? So it's all decision making, and you reap what you sow. When I stopped doing those things and started to go the other way, guess what? Nobody told me. I've never walked into a bank or fill out a loan application and they told me because you're black, you're denied.
Yeah, they're not going to tell you.
Isn't that what you just said happened to Kanye, though?
No, what do you mean? Who said that?
That Kanye's getting shut down because he's black?
No, Kanye was getting shut down because of him voicing his opinion about certain things.
Yeah,
That's
you said
the
it's
world.
because he was black. Or you
He
think
defied
race has nothing to do with
politics.
it?
What I do champion Ye on, right, and not to say that I would do it, is he didn't care what came of it. And that takes some courage.
No, it doesn't. It can
Man,
be stupidity.
To not think
What
about
do
the
you mean?
consequences of your actions?
It's a lot of things on this thing. You're very successful, Adam.
Thanks.
I watched you grow. I watched you come from where you were at to this. I watched you grow. It's some things, right, that you're just not going to do because it might work against the business. And as a owner, you have to think about your employees. Is me saying this or supporting this worth the loss of my business, possibly affecting my household, and then affecting my employees? Because if it fall for you, it fall for me.
I brought Richard Spencer on my podcast.
Nothing wrong with that. That was a great
I have
move.
been a target of the left-leaning media
And
since.
what did that lead to?
A lot of
me,
bullshit in my life,
no,
but I
that
did
led
it because
to
I
me.
thought that it was the right thing to do.
No, and listen, I think it was a great move because it tapped into a whole nother fan base. It's kind of like Drake's last album, right? That album wasn't for us.
The Club album, right?
It wasn't for us. That was for a whole nother demographic. He fed us what he wanted us to have prior to it. That interview wasn't for us, but what it was for is for the No Jumper fans that's like us to tune in that might have learned something or even learned who this individual was, right? Mm-hmm. And guess what it led to? Me seeing it, the people seeing it, and us like, hey, I got an Israelite brother who's very knowledgeable,
right.
Captain Cesario. Now we got them doing it, and the people want to see that.
Right.
All right, so you see it. We just hit 500K. You know what that means? That means you gotta subscribe and get us to 600K because we are dangerously close to 666K. Let's go.